Yeah.
I'm pulling out.
Wait, one more.
I gotta pull out.
One more.
She's already passing out already.
One more.
I got people passing out on me.
I'm sending one more to you.
Okay, hold on.
What?
You got it.
Okay, come. I gotta go ahead forward.
Run.
Get, come.
You're backing out. Together, Joe, something not bad.
Hey guys, stay low. Nobody back me. Now this is the site of Police Oahu's house. Right over here to your right. And I'm going to stand over here because I like to see. That's where she was home from.
Where?
Take some pictures, let me know what you guys get. Otherwise, I'll tell you guys the story right now, what happened over here.
What is that? Anything?
We get cinnamon over here, so we get smells too. Let me know.
Oh, we have a smell.
Yeah, sweet smell.
Yeah, sweet smell.
Gardenia.
Yeah, there you go.
There's no gardenias over here, but that is also a very common smell we have throughout this whole road sometimes. We'll see if it's still here when we go walking down. Well, what happened here was in I believe it was 1948.
We're here.
Teresa Wilder, a 62-year-old lady who lived in the house right over here, is cooking dinner. What she doesn't know is that earlier that day, two convicts broke out of jail down on the other side of the island by the names of John Polakiko and Jim Majors, who are also believed to be up here as well. Now, as they're making their way over the pulley, running from the cops, they stop by the house. They stopped by Teresa Wilder's house. You see, Teresa Wilder was the caretaker of Dr. James Morgan's estate. Dr. James Morgan was a very rich guy. So one of the stories go is that they were very hungry, and they heard her cooking. They smelled her cooking food. So they broke into the house and tied her up. Now, what other people who are sensitive psychics tell me is she had the combination to Dr. Morgan's vault of all of his cash, and they wanted it. So they tortured her until, she died, trying to get the combination from her. Well, regardless, they break into her house, they tie her up, and then they decide, because she already knows who they are, she recognizes them, they need to kill her. They take her outside, they hang her up, upside down from this tree, the mango tree over here. They tie her feet up to the top and hang it from it. Then they start to beat her with pieces of wood. Old lady, they take the wood out of her own tool shed. Then after they're done beating her, she's barely alive. John Polakiko takes, John Polakiko takes a pair of garden shears out of the tool shed and cuts off her finger to get to her ring. He doesn't even take off her ring, he just cuts off her finger. Then they leave her there to die. It's 3 days until somebody actually finds her. Now a little more aftermath in this story. John Polakiko and Jim Majors are caught a few days later stealing a car. They're supposed to get the death sentence. Keep in mind, Hawaii is not a state yet. It won't be another 11 years until Hawaii becomes a state. So the death penalty is doable. Well, at the last second, they're walking down to get hung themselves. The judge decides to stop them and give them life in prison instead. After that, no death sentences were carried out. Nobody was killed by the law, that kind of stuff, legally. The funny thing is, the road down there, there's a road down there, but it's like far down there. You hear all kind of noises up here, all kind of smells up here. Well, John Polakiko and Jim Majors go to jail, life sentence, in other words, about 15 to 20 years. They get out on parole. Jim Majors manages to mysteriously disappear, supposedly in his bed, leaving his clothes behind, like he was lying down. Nobody has seen or heard from him since then. John Polakiko dies very mysteriously about a week after he gets out of prison. Nobody knows how he died either. So they're said to still be over here haunting this area where they committed this atrocious murder, as is Teresa Wilder. and a lot of other spirits. Now I'll take you guys up to the tree. This is a tree where it's a very popular urban legend is found. So we'll see how real it is, and I'll take you guys up to the very tree. You guys ready to continue?
Yes.
Now the smell of wood, cooking wood. I did a little bit of research. Nobody has chimneys here. But in the 40s they did. You see how humid the air is over here? They had to have chimneys and they had to have fireplaces so they could warm their house up.